Awesome. So I'm Ben Savage with Veritas Automata, and I have Guillaume and I have Hadrien with me. And tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing with the digital commons.
So we work, we build digital commons for different purposes, and we're here to talk about the work that we do in governance and community democracy, building democratic spaces for communities.
Cool. And I think you guys were saying there was a way for people to vote on some of those things and create policy. That's what you were describing to me earlier from a governance perspective.
Yeah, exactly. So what we do allows people to build proposals, vote on proposal, exchange ideas, organize meetings, self-organize, basically.
So
it also allows to make like working groups, so everyone can propose some meetings and talk about subjects, and then do proposals. So you can do a lot of things.
Cool. So what's your favorite project that you've deployed so far on the platform?
So one of my favorite projects is Mautic, community.mautic.org. So it's an open source software that are using Decidim and our product, Voca, to actually organize themselves and to be able to have contributors and non-contributors doing proposals to self-organize themselves, not on GitHub, because sometimes you have like people who really are not inside GitHub.
Yeah.
And that's cool. There are 3,000 people in the platform, and it's quite there's a lot of move there.
So what's the biggest challenge you've had to solve as you help communities figure out how to organize? And democracy's hard.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest one is the cultural change. For people to actually start to realize that governance is an important thing, and that self-organization requires the work and the culture to do it. And this cultural change, any digital tool was not going to solve that cultural aspect.
Yeah, and the important thing is like you have no good solution to do it governance. So basically you need to try and failure. And the tool that we propose are very modular. So this way you can try in different perspectives and try different things and just have a good governance that match your style, basically.
So what's the most surprising application you guys have seen of your platform?
So we don't only work with so there's two of them, I would say. Maybe you can talk about the one in Brazil, the Plataformas, and maybe I can just put a word out on what we do in Tanzania. So we've implemented the tool for an NGO, for a humanitarian NGO in Tanzania, and they use it to gather feedback in the needs of the populations that they help in that locality. So in a relatively, it's in an island in the middle of the Indian Ocean, low connectivity, but they're still able to use the tool to bring up the needs of the population. And maybe you want to talk about Brazil.
Yeah, and the Plataformas, it's a platform in the north of Brazil made for indigenous people to be able to self-organize themselves and bring their voice, because during the COP30 that will become in Belém, they will let people talk, but not all the tribes. So now they are trying to self-organize themselves to be able to have a strong voice during the COP30.
Cool. So any closing thoughts anyone should have about self-organizing, about digital commons platforms, about the kind of work you guys are excited about?
I think people should go and check it out. It's on community.voca.ct. So Voca is voca.ct, like a city. Community.voca.ct, and we're happy to exchange and talk about it.
Yep. Thanks.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you.